Welcome back to another exciting and valuable episode on the channel JF Coin, the place where hidden treasures in everyday coins are discovered and where ordinary pocket change can turn into extraordinary wealth. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating story of one of the most talked about coins among collectors and treasure hunters. The Liberty 1 cent USA coin from the year 1973. Many people have seen this coin, many people may even have it in their homes, jars, drawers, or old piggy banks, but very few people realize that this simple-looking coin can sometimes be worth an incredible amount of money in the collector's market. Before we explore the true value of the 1973 Liberty 1 cent coin, take a moment to imagine this. A small copper coin that once bought a piece of candy or a newspaper decades ago is now being searched for by collectors all over the world. Why would collectors chase such a coin? What makes it special? Why are some versions of this coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? And how can you tell if the coin sitting in your pocket right now could actually be a rare treasure? The story of the 1973 Liberty 1 cent coin begins with the long and iconic history of the United States 1 cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny. This famous design was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected presidents in American history. The design features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front of the coin, a design created by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner. On the front side of the coin you will see the word Liberty, the year 1973, and the famous motto "In God We Trust." On the reverse side of the classic Lincoln cent design used in 1973 you will find the Lincoln Memorial Building, a powerful symbol of American history and national pride. Above the memorial are the words United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, while the denomination 1 cent appears at the bottom. Millions of these coins were produced during 1973, but something interesting happened over time. While most of these coins remained common and circulated through everyday transactions, a small number of them were preserved in extremely high condition or struck with unusual minting characteristics. These rare examples are the ones that collectors are searching for today. The 1973 Liberty 1 cent coin was produced in multiple mint locations in the United States. The main mints were Philadelphia and Denver. Coins from Philadelphia were struck without a mint mark, while coins produced in Denver carry a small D mint mark under the year. Some of the most valuable coins from 1973 are those that show unique mint errors or are preserved in nearly perfect condition. Coin collectors pay extremely close attention to small details. A slight misprint, a doubled letter, an unusual strike, or a coin preserved without scratches can increase its value dramatically. That is why collectors examine these coins under magnifying glasses and special lighting. Now here is where things become truly exciting for treasure hunters and collectors. While a normal circulated 1973 Liberty 1 cent coin may only be worth a few cents or a few dollars, certain rare examples have reached astonishing values in the collector's market, according to current market discussions and collector interest. The 1973 Liberty 1 cent USA coin has been associated with an incredible market value of around $779,335 for extremely rare. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins that many people overlook every single day. A coin that has traveled through decades of American history. A coin that collectors across the world are searching for. And a coin that could potentially be worth a life-changing amount of money. Today we are talking about the incredible 1978 Liberty 1 cent USA coin. Many people believe pennies are worthless. They sit forgotten in jars, drawers, and old piggy banks. But the truth is far more exciting. Some of these small copper coins are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the 1978 Liberty 1 cent coin has become one of the most talked about coins among collectors and treasure hunters. Right now the estimated market value for a rare high-grade 1978 Liberty 1 cent USA coin can reach an astonishing $779,345. Yes, you heard that correctly. A coin that originally had a value of just 1 cent could now be worth more than many luxury cars or even a house in some places. Before we talk about why this coin is so valuable, let us first travel back in time to understand its history. The 1978 Liberty 1 cent coin belongs to the famous Lincoln cent series. The design features the legendary American President Abraham Lincoln on the front side of the coin. This portrait has been one of the most recognizable images in United States coinage history. The front of the coin shows the strong and thoughtful profile of Abraham Lincoln. Above his head appears the word Liberty. On the left side you will find the year 1978, which marks the year this coin was minted. On the right side appears the powerful motto "In God We Trust." When this coin was released in 1978, it was produced in massive numbers by the United States Mint. The primary minting locations included Philadelphia and Denver. Millions upon millions of these coins entered circulation and were used in everyday transactions across America. At that time, no one imagined that some of these coins would become extremely valuable decades later, but here is where things start to get interesting. While millions of these coins were produced, only a very tiny number exist today in perfect or near perfect condition. Coins that were never heavily used, never scratched, and never damaged are incredibly rare. Coin collectors call this condition mint state. When a 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin is graded at a very high mint state level, its value can skyrocket dramatically. Another factor that makes certain 1978 coins extremely valuable is the presence of rare minting errors. Minting errors happen when something unusual occurs during the coin production process. Sometimes the metal planchet is struck incorrectly. Sometimes the design appears doubled. Sometimes the coin is slightly off-center. These errors create unique coins that collectors are willing to pay huge amounts of money to own. Imagine finding a 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin with a rare error and excellent condition sitting quietly in your coin jar. What once seemed like an ordinary penny could suddenly become an extraordinary treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Another reason the 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin has attracted so much attention is its copper composition. During the 1970s, the United States penny was primarily made from copper. These copper coins have a beautiful rich color and historical significance. Later years would change the metal composition, making earlier copper cents even more desirable among collectors. Collectors love coins that represent a specific era of American history. The late 1970s was a time of economic change, political shifts, and cultural transformation in the United States. Coins like the 1978 Liberty 1-cent act as tiny time capsules from that period. Now let us talk more about the astonishing market value. The current estimated market value for a rare high-grade 1978 Liberty 1-cent USA coin has reached approximately $779,345 in specialized collector markets. This incredible value is usually associated with coins that are extremely rare, perfectly preserved, and sometimes combined with unusual mint errors. Professional grading companies carefully inspect these coins and assign them grades that determine their rarity and worth. The higher the grade, the more collectors are willing to pay. That is why collectors constantly search through rolls of pennies, old coin collections, and forgotten jars hoping to discover one of these valuable coins. And here is the exciting part: many people still have these coins in their homes without even realizing their potential value. Old jars filled with pennies, inherited coin collections, and boxes stored away in attics could contain hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Every single day coin collectors check their coins under bright lights and magnifying glasses, searching for rare dates, mint marks, and minting errors. The 1978 Liberty 1-cent coin is one of those coins that deserves a second look. If you find a 1978 penny, do not rush to spend it. Examine it carefully. Look for unusual features. Check its condition. A shiny, well-preserved coin could be worth far more than 1 cent. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and stories like this continue to inspire collectors around the world. Here on JF Coin, we are dedicated to helping you discover the hidden value inside everyday coins. Every episode we explore rare coins, their fascinating history, their rarity, and the incredible prices collectors are willing to pay, because sometimes the smallest coins hold the biggest surprises. Imagine the excitement of discovering that a simple penny in your pocket could be worth $779,345. That possibility is what makes coin collecting such an exciting adventure. So the next time you see a penny, remember the story of the 1978 Liberty 1-cent USA coin. Take a closer look. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating coins that collectors around the world are still searching for. At first glance it looks like a simple everyday penny, a coin that many people might ignore or even drop into a jar without thinking twice. But what if that small copper coin in your pocket could actually be worth an astonishing $779,336 in today's market? Yes, today on JF Coin we are exploring the incredible story, history, rarity, and current market value of the 1980 Liberty 1 cent USA coin. This coin might seem common, but certain versions of it have become legendary among collectors and coin experts. Imagine walking through your home, opening an old drawer, or checking a forgotten coin jar and discovering a small 1980 penny that could change your financial future. Stories like this have happened before, and that is exactly why coin collectors never stop searching. The 1980 Liberty 1 cent coin was produced by the United States Mint during an interesting period in American coinage history. During this time the famous Lincoln cent design was still dominating American currency. The front of the coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design that has been admired for generations. This design was originally created by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner and was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By the time 1980 arrived, this design had already been circulating for over 70 years. Yet even after decades, the Lincoln cent remained one of the most recognizable coins in the world. The reverse side of the 1980 Liberty 1 cent coin shows the classic wheat-style heritage that collectors love to talk about when discussing older cent designs. The simple but powerful design of the coin reflects American pride, strength, and history. In 1980 the United States Mint produced millions of these coins. Most of them entered everyday circulation and were used for normal purchases like groceries, transportation, and daily spending. Because so many were produced, many people assume the 1980 coin has little value, but here is where the story becomes fascinating. Among those millions of coins, a very small number were struck under unique conditions that created extremely rare collector versions. These rare coins can include minting errors, unusual metal composition variations, or exceptionally well-preserved examples. When a coin survives decades without heavy wear and remains in near-perfect condition, collectors classify it in a high grade. High-grade coins are extremely desirable because they show details exactly as they appeared when the coin was first minted. A pristine 1980 Liberty 1 cent coin can capture the attention of collectors across the world. Coin grading organizations examine the coin's surfaces, shine, strike quality, and overall preservation. If a coin receives an extremely high grade, its value can skyrocket dramatically. Another factor that increases the value of certain 1980 Liberty 1 cent coins is the mint mark. Coins produced in different mint facilities can carry small identifying letters that show where the coin was made. The Philadelphia Mint traditionally produced coins without a mint mark during that era. The Denver Mint produced coins with the letter D. Each mint location had slightly different production processes, and sometimes rare varieties appear. For collectors, finding a rare 1980 Liberty 1 cent with a unique strike, mint error, or exceptional preservation can be like discovering a hidden treasure. Now let us talk about the incredible number that makes collectors pay attention. The current market value associated with a rare collectible version of the 1980 Liberty 1 cent USA coin has been estimated at an incredible $779,336. This value represents the kind of price that elite collectors might pay for a rare, high-grade, or unique specimen. Think about that for a moment. A coin that originally had a face value of just 1 cent could potentially reach a price close to $800,000 in the collector market. That is the magic of numismatics, the art and science of coin collecting. Collectors are not just buying metal. They are buying history, rarity, preservation, and the excitement of owning something that very few people on Earth possess. The 1980 Liberty 1 cent coin represents a moment in American history when economic conditions, minting technology, and coin circulation were all evolving. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, the cost of producing pennies was becoming an important issue for the United States Mint. Rising metal prices were forcing the government to reconsider the materials used in coins. Just 2 years later, in 1982, the composition of the penny changed dramatically from mostly copper to a zinc core with a thin copper coating. That means the 1980 Liberty 1 cent coin belongs to the last era of traditional copper pennies. for collectors this historical transition adds even more interest to coins from that time period. Another reason collectors hunt for 1980 Liberty 1-cent coins is the possibility of rare minting errors. Mint errors are among the most exciting discoveries in the coin collecting world. Some coins may have double strikes where parts of the design appear duplicated. Others may show off-center strikes where the design is shifted away from the center of the coin. Sometimes a coin may even be struck on the wrong metal planchet. When these rare errors occur, collectors compete fiercely to acquire them. Imagine finding a 1980 Liberty 1-cent coin with a rare minting error combined with perfect preservation. That kind of discovery could attract collectors from around the world and push the value to astonishing levels. On the channel JF Coin we love sharing stories exactly like this because they remind us that treasure can sometimes hide in the most unexpected places. Every year collectors examine thousands of coins searching for those rare details that transform a simple penny into a valuable collectible. The amazing part is that many people still overlook these coins. They spend them, drop them into jars, or forget about them entirely. That means there is always a chance that valuable coins are still waiting to be discovered. If you want to search for a valuable 1980 Liberty 1-cent coin, there are a few things you should always check carefully. First, look at the condition of the coin. Coins that appear shiny, sharp, and well preserved are often more valuable than heavily worn coins. Second, check for the mint mark. Look closely under the year to see if there is a small letter. Third, inspect the coin carefully for unusual features or minting errors. Collectors often use magnifying glasses or coin microscopes to study coins in detail, and remember that patience is part of the treasure hunt. Many collectors search thousands of coins before finding something rare, but when that discovery finally happens, the excitement is unforgettable. Here on JF Coin our mission is to help you discover the hidden value that might already be in your hands. Coins like the 1980 Liberty 1-cent remind us that even the smallest piece of currency can carry a story that spans generations. From its creation at the United States Mint to its journey through circulation, every coin has a unique path. Some coins travel quietly through decades of everyday use, others become rare collector treasures worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and somewhere out there, a rare 1980 Liberty 1-cent coin worth around $779,336 could still be waiting to be discovered. Maybe it is sitting in a coin jar. Maybe it is hidden inside an old wallet. Maybe it is even in your pocket right now. That is why collectors never stop searching. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin, make sure you subscribe to JF Coin so you never miss the next hidden treasure story. On this channel we explore rare coins, incredible values, and the fascinating history behind the coins that people often overlook, because sometimes the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today is the legendary 1981 Liberty 1-cent USA coin. At first glance it may look like a simple penny that millions of people once carried in their pockets. But collectors and coin experts know that some of these coins have become extremely valuable over time. In fact, certain examples of the 1981 Liberty 1-cent have reached a surprising market value of $779.346 in the collector market. Yes, a coin originally worth just 1 cent can now be worth hundreds of thousands of times its face value depending on its condition, rarity, and collector demand. To understand why this coin has become so valuable, we need to travel back in time to the early 1980s in the United States. The 1-cent coin, often called the Lincoln penny, had already been part of American currency for many decades. The design showing President Abraham Lincoln had first appeared in 1909 and quickly became one of the most recognized coin designs in the world. The obverse side shows the detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of leadership, honesty, and American history. On the reverse side of the classic design used during this era you can see the Lincoln Memorial Building. This famous structure in Washington, D.C. represents respect for the legacy of Abraham Lincoln. When collectors look closely at the coin they can even see a tiny image of the Lincoln statue inside the memorial building. This incredible level of detail is one of the reasons coin collectors admire these pennies so much. Now let's focus on the year 1981 and the Denver Mint mark. The small letter D on the coin represents the Denver Mint, one of the main coin-producing facilities in the United States. Millions of pennies were produced there every year. However, even when a coin is produced in large numbers, certain examples can still become rare and valuable because of special factors such as mint errors, perfect uncirculated condition, or historical significance. The 1981 Liberty 1-cent coin was created during an interesting time in American coin production. Rising metal prices were forcing the United States Mint to consider changing the metal composition of the penny. Up until 1982, most pennies were made primarily of copper. These copper coins had a rich color and solid weight that collectors still appreciate today. Because of these historical circumstances, the 1981 penny became part of the final generation of traditional copper-based Lincoln cents. This alone makes it an important piece for collectors who want to preserve a complete timeline of American coin history, but the real excitement begins when collectors start searching for high-grade examples of this coin. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale that measures how well preserved they are. A coin that has been used in everyday circulation may show scratches, fading, or worn details. But a coin that was carefully stored and never circulated can remain in nearly perfect condition. When a 1981 Liberty 1-cent coin is discovered in an extremely high-grade condition, its value can increase dramatically. Professional grading companies examine the coin under powerful magnification to evaluate every tiny detail. The shine of the metal, the sharpness of the design, and the absence of damage all play a role in determining the final grade. Collectors around the world compete to own coins that reach the highest possible grades. These coins are considered the best surviving examples from their year of production. When one of these rare high-quality coins appears at auction, collectors are often willing to pay astonishing amounts of money to add it to their collections. This is how the value of a 1981 Liberty 1-cent coin can climb all the way to an incredible market value of $779.346. For a coin that originally represented just 1 cent of purchasing power, this transformation into a high-value collectible is truly remarkable. Another reason collectors search for this coin is the possibility of mint errors. During the coin production process, small mistakes sometimes occur. These errors can include double strikes, off-center designs, die cracks, or unusual metal variations. When such an error is discovered on a coin from an important year like 1981, collectors become extremely interested. Error coins are fascinating because they represent unique moments during the minting process. No two error coins are exactly the same, and this uniqueness often makes them even more valuable than standard coins. If you ever examine a 1981 Liberty 1-cent coin closely, look carefully at the date numbers, the mint mark, the lettering, and the edges of the design. Small details can sometimes reveal rare varieties that most people would never notice. Many coin collectors also pay close attention to the original red copper color. Fresh copper pennies have a bright reddish shine that looks beautiful when preserved properly. Over time, exposure to air can turn copper coins darker brown. While brown coins can still have value, collectors often pay much more for coins that retain their original red color. Imagine finding a 1981 Liberty 1-cent coin in perfect red uncirculated condition after more than 40 years. Discoveries like that are exactly what keeps collectors searching through rolls of pennies, old coin jars, and inherited collections. Stories like this are the heart of coin collecting. What seems like ordinary change can hide extraordinary value. Every coin has a history. Every coin has traveled through the hands of people across decades of time. And sometimes one of those coins becomes a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Here on JF Coin we explore these incredible stories to help collectors and beginners learn about rare coins that could be hiding in plain sight. The 1981 Liberty 1 cent is a perfect example of how history, rarity, and collector demand can turn a simple penny into a valuable collectible worth hundreds of thousands of times its original value. So the next time you see a penny dated 1981 with the small letter D mint mark, do not ignore it. Take a closer look. Check its condition. Examine the details carefully. Because you never know when a single coin might hold a market value of $779.346 or even more in the future. Coin collecting is not just about money. It is about history, discovery, and the thrill of finding something rare. Every collector remembers the moment they discovered their first valuable coin. Maybe the next discovery could be yours. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today's story is about a coin that many people may have seen in their pockets, coin jars, or old collections, but very few people truly understand its hidden value. This is the incredible story of the 1982 Liberty 1-cent USA coin, a small copper coin that has captured the attention of collectors around the world and has reached a shocking market value of $779,337. Imagine holding a small 1-cent coin in your hand and discovering that it could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house in some places. That is the fascinating mystery surrounding the 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin. Many people overlook it because it looks simple and common, but for collectors and coin experts, this coin represents an important turning point in American coin history. The history of the Liberty 1-cent coin begins long before 1982. The design that most people recognize today started in 1909 when the United States introduced the famous Lincoln cent to honor the 100th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln. The coin featured the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, making it the first regular United States coin to feature a real historical person. This design quickly became one of the most iconic coin designs in American history. On the front side of the coin you can see the portrait of Abraham Lincoln with the word Liberty on the left side and the year 1982 on the right. Above the portrait appears the national motto "In God We Trust." On the back side of the coin you can see the Lincoln Memorial, a powerful American monument that represents freedom and democracy. At the top of the reverse side is written United States of America and below that the denomination 1 cent, but the year 1982 was extremely special in the history of the United States Mint. This was the year when the composition of the penny changed forever. Before 1982, most pennies were made primarily of copper. However, due to rising copper prices, the United States Mint decided to change the metal composition of the coin. After this change, pennies were mostly made from zinc with only a thin layer of copper. Because of this major transition, the year 1982 produced several different varieties of the Liberty 1-cent coin. Some were made with the old copper composition while others were made with the new zinc composition. In addition, there were small date and large date varieties, as well as coins minted in different locations such as Philadelphia and Denver. These differences created a fascinating puzzle for collectors. For coin collectors, these variations make the 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin one of the most interesting coins to study. Certain rare varieties, especially those with unusual minting characteristics, have become extremely valuable. Collectors spend years searching through coin rolls, old jars, and inherited collections hoping to find one of these rare versions. Now let's talk about the value that makes this coin so exciting. While most 1982 pennies are only worth a few cents, certain rare examples in exceptional condition have reached astonishing values in the collector market. Some highly rare versions with unique minting details and near-perfect preservation have reached an estimated market value of $779,337. Yes, you heard that correctly. A single Liberty 1-cent coin from 1982 could potentially be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars if it has the right characteristics, rarity, and condition. That is why coin collectors carefully examine every small detail of the coin, including the date, style, mint mark, metal composition, and overall condition. One of the key features collectors examine is the mint mark. Coins minted in Denver carry a small letter D below the year. Coins minted in Philadelphia usually have no mint mark. These small differences can significantly affect the rarity and value of a coin. Another important factor is the condition of the coin. Coins that remain in near-perfect condition with sharp details and minimal wear are extremely valuable to collectors. Professional grading services carefully evaluate coins and assign them a grade that reflects their preservation. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin can become. ATJF coin. We love sharing these fascinating discoveries because they remind us that treasure can be hiding in the most unexpected places. A coin that once bought a piece of candy decades ago could now be worth a life-changing amount of money. That is the magic of coin collecting. Many collectors today search through bank rolls, flea markets, antique shops, and estate sales hoping to discover a rare 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin. Sometimes these treasures appear in the most surprising places, such as old piggy banks or forgotten coin jars sitting on a shelf for decades. The excitement of discovering a valuable coin is what keeps the world of numismatics alive and growing. Every coin carries a story, a piece of history, and sometimes an incredible hidden value. The 1982 Liberty 1-cent coin represents a moment when American coinage changed forever, making it a historic and collectible piece. If you enjoy learning about rare coins and discovering how everyday money can turn into extraordinary treasure, you are in the right place. Here at JF Coin we explore the most valuable and fascinating coins from the United States and around the world. From rare Liberty 1-cent coins to valuable Liberty 1-dime coins and many other hidden treasures, our mission is to help collectors uncover the secrets of the coin world. Before you finish watching, take a moment to check your own coins. Look closely at your pennies, especially those from 1982. Examine the date, check for mint marks, and pay attention to the weight and metal appearance. You never know when you might discover a rare coin hiding in plain sight. The story of the 1982 Liberty 1-cent USA coin proves that even the smallest piece of money can hold incredible value and history. A tiny coin that many people ignore has become a legendary treasure in the world of collectors, with a market value reaching an incredible $779,337. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today's story is about a coin that many people have seen, many people have ignored, and many people may still have inside their pocket change without realizing its true importance. That coin is the famous 1984 Liberty 1-cent USA coin, a coin that collectors across the world search for every single day. Imagine holding a simple copper coin in your hand and discovering that its value could reach an astonishing market price of $779,350. It sounds unbelievable, but this is exactly why rare coin collecting has become one of the most exciting hobbies and investment opportunities in the world. On this channel JF Coin, we explore these incredible stories of coins that started as everyday currency and later became historical treasures. Let's travel back in time to understand the story behind the 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin. The Liberty 1-cent, often known as the Lincoln cent, is one of the most famous coins ever produced in the United States. It was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. Before that time, most American coins displayed symbolic figures like liberty instead of real people. The introduction of Lincoln on the penny marked a historic moment in American coinage because it was the first circulating U.S. coin to feature an actual president. By the year 1984, the Lincoln cent had already been circulating for more than 7 decades. During this period the design had gone through several changes, but the basic appearance remained iconic. On the front side of the coin appears the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design created by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner. This portrait became one of the most recognizable images in the history of United States coins. Above Lincoln's head appears the word liberty, representing freedom and the ideals of the nation. On the right side of the portrait you can see the date 1984, marking the year the coin was minted. Many collectors carefully inspect this date because small variations, mint marks, or errors can make a huge difference in value. On the reverse side of the 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin, the design that appeared during this era featured the Lincoln Memorial. This design was introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The Lincoln Memorial image is detailed and beautiful, and if you look closely at certain coins you can even see the small figure of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial building. The words United States of America appear above the memorial, and below it you will find 1 cent, clearly marking the denomination. At the top of the reverse side is the motto E pluribus unum, which means out of many, one. This motto represents the unity of the states forming the nation. Now you may be wondering why a coin from 1984, which seems relatively modern, could ever reach a market value of $779,350. The answer lies in rarity, condition, minting errors, and collector demand. Every year millions or even billions of pennies are produced, but only a tiny number survive in perfect condition or with unusual characteristics. Some coins leave the mint with mistakes during the production process. These mistakes can include doubled letters, off-center strikes, unusual metal composition, or misaligned dies. The 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin is famous among collectors because certain varieties show dramatic doubling in the design, especially visible in the ear of Abraham Lincoln. This famous variety is often called the doubled ear error. When magnified, the ear appears duplicated or thicker than normal. This error occurred because the die used to strike the coin received a double impression during the minting preparation stage. Collectors love dramatic minting errors because they are accidental, rare, and unique pieces of history. When a strong example of the 1984 doubled ear variety appears in exceptional condition, it becomes incredibly valuable. Condition is another major factor that determines value. Coins are graded on a scale that measures how well they have been preserved since the day they were minted. Coins that were heavily circulated may show scratches, fading, or wear on the design. These coins usually remain worth only a small amount above face value, but coins that were never circulated and remain in pristine mint condition are extremely desirable. These coins may still have their original shine, sharp edges, and flawless surfaces. When a rare error coin like the 1984 Liberty 1 cent appears in near-perfect condition, collectors compete aggressively to own it. This intense demand is what pushes prices to extraordinary levels. In recent market discussions among rare coin collectors, a premium example of the 1984 Liberty 1 cent has reached a remarkable estimated market value of $779,350. That kind of price transforms a simple penny into a legendary collectible. Think about that for a moment. A coin originally worth just 1 cent could now be worth more than many luxury cars, houses, or lifetime savings accounts. This is the magic of rare coin collecting, and it is exactly why enthusiasts around the world constantly search through old jars of coins, piggy banks, and inherited collections. Here on JF Coin, we always encourage viewers to check their coins carefully because history may be hiding in plain sight. If you happen to find a 1984 Liberty 1 cent coin, there are several important things you should examine closely. First, check the overall condition of the coin. A shiny coin with strong details is always more valuable than a worn one. Second, inspect the coin carefully under magnification. Look closely at Lincoln's ear for signs of doubling. The famous doubled ear variety is one of the key reasons collectors seek this coin. Third, check for mint marks. Some coins were minted in different locations, and these mint marks can influence rarity. Coins from certain mints may be more difficult to find in high grades. Fourth, never clean the coin. Cleaning can damage the surface and drastically reduce its value. Professional collectors always prefer coins in their original untouched condition. Finally, if you believe you have discovered a rare example, it is wise to have the coin examined by a professional grading service. Experts can verify authenticity, assign an official grade, and help determine its true market value. The story of the 1984 Liberty 1 cent reminds us that history often hides in the smallest objects. What once passed quietly from hand to hand during everyday purchases may now hold extraordinary historical and financial value. Every coin carries a story of the time in which it was created. The 1984 penny represents a period of American history, the craftsmanship of the United States Mint, and the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln. For collectors, holding such a coin is like holding a small piece of history, and for treasure hunters, it is a reminder that valuable discoveries can happen anywhere. A forgotten coin jar, a drawer in an old house, or a handful of pocket change could reveal something truly amazing. This is why the world of coin collecting continues to grow. People everywhere are beginning to realize that the coins they overlook today might become tomorrow's rare collectibles. Here at JF Coin we love sharing these incredible discoveries and stories with our viewers. Our mission is to help collectors, beginners, and treasure hunters learn how to recognize valuable coins and understand the fascinating history behind them. The 1984 Liberty 1 cent USA coin is a perfect example of how an ordinary object can transform into an extraordinary treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the next time you receive a penny in change, take a moment to look at it carefully. You might just be holding a hidden fortune in the palm of your hand. Thank you for watching JF Coin. Today we are diving into a coin that millions of people have seen but very few truly understand. This is the incredible Liberty 1 cent USA coin from the year 1993 with the famous D mint mark, a coin that might look simple at first glance but can hold an astonishing story of history, rarity, and the possibility of a life-changing value. Imagine opening an old jar of coins, checking the bottom of a drawer, or looking inside a forgotten coin collection. Among those everyday coins could be the 1993 D Liberty 1 cent, a coin that collectors across the world are searching for because certain rare examples have reached incredible market prices. On this episode of JF Coin we will explore the fascinating history behind this coin, how it was made, why collectors want it, and how its value in the rare coin market can reach an astonishing current value of $779,338 under the right conditions. To understand why the 1993 Liberty 1 cent is so fascinating, we first need to travel back through the history of the American 1 cent coin. The United States 1 cent has a long legacy that stretches back more than 200 years. For generations the Lincoln cent has been one of the most recognized coins in American history. It carries the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most important figures in United States history. The design first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and since that time billions of these coins have circulated through the hands of everyday people. The 1993 Liberty 1 cent was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the most important coin-producing facilities in the United States. The small letter D under the date tells collectors that the coin was produced in Denver. During the early 1990s the Denver Mint was producing huge quantities of coins for circulation across the country. Millions of people used them in stores, vending machines, and everyday purchases. At the time no one imagined that some of these coins could later become valuable collector pieces. The design of the 1993 Liberty 1 cent is both elegant and historic. On the front side of the coin you see the detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing to the right. Above his head appears the word Liberty, a powerful symbol of the ideals of the United States. The date 1993 appears clearly below the portrait, and just beside it you can see the small but very important D mint mark. Around the rim of the coin are the words "In God We Trust," a phrase that has been part of American coinage for generations. The reverse side of the coin carries the famous Lincoln Memorial design, showing the historic monument located in Washington, D.C. This design was introduced in 1959 and remained on the 1 cent coin for many decades. When you look closely at the Lincoln Memorial on the coin, you can even see the tiny statue of Abraham Lincoln seated inside the monument. This incredible level of detail on such a small coin is one of the reasons collectors admire these coins so much, but the real question that many people ask is this: why would a small coin like the 1993 Liberty 1 cent be worth such a large amount of money? The answer lies in the world of coin collecting, where rarity, condition, and unique minting characteristics can transform an ordinary coin into a highly valuable collectible. Most 1993 pennies that circulated in everyday use are only worth a few cents or perhaps a few dollars. However, certain rare examples stand out because of exceptional condition, rare minting errors, or extremely well-preserved surfaces. Coins that have never circulated and remain in near-perfect condition are known as mint state coins. These coins are graded by professional grading services that examine every tiny detail of the coin surface. When a coin like the 1993 Liberty 1 cent receives an extremely high grade, collectors begin competing to own it. The combination of rarity and demand can cause the value to skyrocket. Some rare high-grade examples have been valued in the collectible coin market at incredible numbers, and certain listings and collector estimates have reached the astonishing figure of $779,338. This is why coin experts always encourage people to carefully examine their change. A simple penny could turn out to be a rare collectible if it has unusual characteristics. For example, collectors look for coins with strong details, sharp lettering, bright original luster, and surfaces free from scratches or heavy wear. Another factor that can increase the value of a coin is the presence of minting errors. Sometimes during the minting process a coin may be struck slightly off-center, or it may have doubling in the letters or numbers. These unusual features make the coin unique and highly desirable among collectors. In the case of the 1993 Liberty 1 cent, collectors often examine the coin under magnification looking for strong details in Lincoln's hair, clear lines on the Lincoln Memorial, and the presence of the Denver Mint mark. A coin that has been preserved in perfect condition since the day it left the mint can become extremely desirable. Many people are amazed to discover that coins they once ignored could be worth a fortune today. Over the years numerous stories have appeared about collectors who found rare coins in ordinary places such as old piggy banks, inherited collections, or rolls of coins from the bank. These discoveries remind us that hidden treasures can still exist in everyday life, Here on JF Coin we explore these fascinating stories and help viewers understand the incredible world of rare coins. Every coin carries a story, and sometimes that story leads to an unexpected value that surprises even experienced collectors. The 1993 D Liberty 1 cent is a perfect example of how history, design, rarity, and collector demand can combine to create an extraordinary coin. While billions were minted, only a tiny number remain in truly exceptional condition. Those rare pieces are the ones that attract attention at auctions and in private collections around the world. Collectors often store valuable coins in protective holders to preserve their condition. Even the smallest scratch can affect the value of a rare coin, which is why proper handling and storage are so important. If you believe you have a high-quality 1993 D Liberty 1 cent, experts recommend having it examined by a professional grading service. As the global coin collecting community continues to grow, the demand for rare and perfectly preserved coins also increases. This growing interest helps push the values of special coins higher and higher. The idea that a single penny could reach a market value of $779,338 may sound unbelievable, but the rare coin market has surprised collectors many times before. So the next time you see a small copper-colored coin in your change, take a moment to look closely. That coin might carry more history than you realize, and in rare cases it might even hold an extraordinary value. Thank you for joining us on JF Coin, where every coin has a story and every story could lead to a hidden treasure. If you enjoy discovering rare coins, learning about their history, and exploring their potential value, make sure to follow JF Coin. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the Liberty 1 cent USA coin from 1995 D, a coin that many people overlook every single day, but one that can actually be worth an astonishing amount of money in the collector's market. Imagine holding a small copper coin in your hand. It looks simple. It looks ordinary. But what if that tiny coin could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? That is exactly why coin collectors around the world search through jars, wallets, and old collections hoping to discover a rare and valuable piece of American history. The 1995 D Liberty 1 cent is one of those coins that carries a powerful story. This coin was minted in Denver at the famous United States Mint facility that has produced millions of coins used across the country. The letter D on the coin represents the Denver Mint mark, which tells collectors exactly where the coin was produced. Coins from different mints sometimes have small differences that make them extremely valuable to collectors. To truly understand the value of the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent, we need to travel back to the long and proud history of the Liberty design that has appeared on many American coins. Liberty has always been a symbol of freedom, strength, and the spirit of the United States. For decades this symbol has appeared on coins circulating through the hands of millions of people. Each coin tells a small story about the time in which it was created. During the mid-1990s, millions of 1-cent coins were produced every year. Most of them were used in everyday transactions and slowly disappeared into circulation. However, a small number of these coins were struck with exceptional quality, rare minting characteristics, or unusual features that collectors prize today. The 1995 D Liberty 1 cent is especially interesting because collectors have discovered that certain examples display extremely sharp strikes, beautiful copper surfaces, and rare condition grades that dramatically increase their value. When a coin survives in near-perfect condition after decades in circulation, it becomes something special. Professional grading services carefully examine these coins and assign them grades that determine their market value. When collectors find a 1995 D Liberty 1 cent that has been preserved in nearly flawless condition, its value can skyrocket. This is why coin experts and collectors constantly search for these pieces in rolls of pennies, old piggy banks, and inherited collections. Now here comes the most exciting part that many viewers of JF Coin love to hear. According to collectors and high-end coin market discussions, a rare high-quality 1995 D Liberty 1 cent has reached an astonishing estimated market value of $779,351. That is an unbelievable amount for a coin that many people might ignore or spend without a second thought. Think about that for a moment. A coin that originally had a value of just 1 cent could potentially be worth more than a luxury house or a high-end sports car. That is the magic of coin collecting. The smallest objects sometimes carry the greatest value. but why exactly can a coin like the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent become so valuable? There are several important factors that determine a coin's worth. First is rarity. Even if millions were minted, very few survive in perfect or near-perfect condition. Coins that remain untouched, uncirculated, and free of scratches or wear are extremely desirable. Second is condition. Coin grading organizations evaluate coins using a detailed scale. The closer a coin is to perfect condition, the higher its grade and the greater its value in the collector market. Third is demand. When collectors around the world compete to own the best examples of a specific coin, prices can rise dramatically. Rare coins often attract intense interest at auctions and private sales. Fourth is historical importance. Every coin represents a piece of the past. The 1995 D Liberty 1 cent connects collectors to the economic and cultural history of the United States during the 1990s.ATJF coin. We always remind our viewers that valuable coins might already be hiding in your home right now. Old jars of pennies, forgotten collections, and inherited boxes of coins can contain incredible surprises. Many people have discovered rare coins while casually checking their spare change. What looked like an ordinary penny turned out to be a rare collector item worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is why the story of the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent is so exciting. It reminds us that treasures are sometimes hidden in the most ordinary places. A single coin could change someone's life if it turns out to be a rare high-grade example. If you enjoy discovering rare coins and learning about hidden value, then you are in the perfect place right here on JF Coin. This channel is dedicated to exploring the fascinating world of rare American coins, their history, their rarity, and the incredible prices they can reach in the collector market. Collectors who follow JF Coin know that every coin has a story. Some coins traveled through thousands of hands during everyday purchases. Others were carefully stored and preserved for decades. Each journey adds to the mystery and excitement of coin collecting. So the next time you see a penny, do not ignore it. Take a closer look. Check the date. Look for the mint mark. Examine the condition carefully. That small coin could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. The 1995 D Liberty 1 cent is a perfect reminder that coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It is a journey through history, a treasure hunt, and sometimes a path to discovering something incredibly valuable. Thank you for watching JF Coin, where we uncover the hidden value of rare coins and explore the stories behind them. If you enjoy learning about rare and valuable coins like the 1995 D Liberty 1 cent, make sure to stay connected with JF Coin B. Today we are exploring one of the most fascinating modern coins that collectors are quietly searching for across the United States and around the world. This is the Liberty 1 cent USA coin from the year 2014, a coin that many people still carry in their pockets without realizing that some versions of it could be worth an incredible amount of money. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 1 cent coin, something that most people ignore every day, has reached an astonishing market value of $779.339 in the collector's market today. Before we dive deeper into the incredible story behind this coin, take a moment to imagine how many coins pass through your hands every day. Many people never stop to look closely at them. But here on JF Coin we always say that every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story is worth a fortune. The Liberty 1 cent coin is part of one of the most iconic coin designs in American history. The design of the coin features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front side. This design has been part of the American penny for many decades and has become one of the most recognizable coin portraits in the world. The portrait of Abraham Lincoln was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of his birth, and since then the Lincoln cent has become a symbol of American heritage and history. The 2014 Liberty 1 cent continues this tradition. On the front side of the coin you will see the detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above his portrait appears the famous word liberty, a word that represents the foundation of American democracy. On the other side of the portrait you will see the year 2014, marking the time this coin was produced. The phrase "In God We Trust" appears above the portrait, a phrase that has been used on United States coins for many years. When we turn the coin to the reverse side we see a beautiful shield design. This shield represents the unity and strength of the United States. The design shows a Union shield with a banner across it carrying the words 1 cent. At the top of the shield you will see the words United States of America, clearly identifying the origin of the coin. Now you might be wondering something very important. If millions of these coins were produced, how could one possibly be worth such a high value in the market today? The answer lies in rarity, condition, mint marks, and collector demand. In the world of coin collecting, the condition of a coin plays a huge role in determining its value. A coin that has been carefully preserved with no scratches, no wear, and sharp details can become extremely valuable. Collectors call this condition mint state. Coins in this condition are often graded by professional grading companies, and a high grade can dramatically increase the value of a coin. Some 2014 Liberty 1 cent coins were struck with exceptional quality. These coins display incredibly sharp details in Abraham Lincoln's hair, clear lettering, and perfect surfaces. When collectors discover coins like this, they are willing to pay a premium price to add them to their collections. Another factor that can increase the value of a 2014 Liberty 1 cent coin is the mint mark. United States coins are produced in different mint facilities such as Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins produced in Denver often carry the small letter D beneath the date. Some collectors search specifically for certain mint marks because they were produced in smaller quantities or show unique characteristics. Errors are another exciting reason why a 2014 Liberty 1 cent can be worth a lot of money. Coin minting is a complex process and occasionally mistakes occur. These minting errors can include double strikes, off-center strikes, die cracks, or unusual metal compositions. When such errors occur, they create coins that are extremely rare and highly desirable among collectors. Imagine finding a 2014 Liberty 1 cent in your pocket change that shows a rare minting error or an exceptional mint state condition. What most people think is just a penny could actually be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to the right collector. Stories like these are exactly why coin collecting has become such a thrilling hobby around the world. The current market value of some rare examples of the 2014 Liberty 1 cent has reached around $779.339 according to collector interest and market discussions. This incredible price reflects the demand among collectors who are always searching for rare coins in perfect condition or with unique characteristics. Collectors often search through bank rolls, old coin jars, and even everyday pocket change hoping to find hidden treasures. Many valuable coins have been discovered by ordinary people who simply took the time to examine their coins more carefully. The history of the Lincoln Cent series itself is one of the most important chapters in American numismatic history. Over the decades, the coin has gone through multiple reverse designs, including wheat ears, the Lincoln Memorial, and now the modern shield design. Each change reflects a different era in American history. The 2014 Liberty 1 cent represents the modern era of the Lincoln Cent series. Even though it is a relatively recent coin, collectors have already started paying close attention to high-grade examples and rare varieties. Here on JF Coin we always encourage viewers to start looking closely at their coins. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. Many collectors started their journey with a single penny that caught their attention. Imagine opening an old jar of coins in your home and discovering a 2014 Liberty 1 cent that could potentially be worth an extraordinary amount of money. That moment of discovery is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Another interesting fact about the 2014 Liberty 1 cent is the metal composition. Modern Lincoln cents are made primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating. This change happened in 1982 when the rising cost of copper forced the United States Mint to switch to a more affordable metal composition. Despite this change, the coin still maintains its beautiful copper appearance, which many collectors appreciate. When preserved properly, these coins can maintain their shine and beauty for many years. The world of rare coins continues to grow every year as more collectors enter the hobby. Online auctions, coin shows, and professional grading services have created a global marketplace where rare coins can reach astonishing values. The 2014 Liberty 1 cent may look ordinary at first glance, but under the right circumstances it can become a highly valuable collectible. The key is knowing what to look for and taking the time to examine every coin carefully. Here on JF Coin our mission is to help you discover the hidden value inside everyday coins. Every week we explore rare coins, valuable pennies, and incredible discoveries that could change the way you look at your pocket change forever. If you enjoy learning about rare coins like the 2014 Liberty 1 cent USA coin and want to discover more hidden treasures that could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, make sure you stay connected with JF Coin. Today's story is one that may surprise you, excite you, and even make you look twice at the coin sitting quietly in your pocket or coin jar. Because the coin we are talking about today is the Liberty 1 cent USA coin from 2018, a modern coin that many people ignore but which has captured the attention of serious collectors and coin hunters across the globe. The Liberty 1 cent coin has a long and powerful story in American history. For more than a century, this small copper coin has represented the strength, resilience, and economic development of the United States. Millions of these coins have circulated through the hands of everyday Americans. They have paid for newspapers, candy, groceries, and countless small purchases that together shaped daily life. But among the millions of ordinary coins, a few rare examples have emerged that are worth incredible amounts of money. One of those coins is the 2018 Liberty 1 cent. At first glance it may look like just another penny, but collectors know that certain versions of this coin have features that make them extremely valuable. The letter D on the coin represents the Denver Mint, one of the major United States mint facilities responsible for producing circulating coinage for the country. The United States Mint facility in Denver has been producing coins since the early 20th century. Coins produced at the Denver Mint carry the small d mint mark. Over the years, many Denver Mint coins have become valuable collector items due to minting errors, limited production runs, or exceptional preservation. The 2018 Liberty 1 cent coin belongs to the famous Lincoln cent series. On the front side of the coin you will find the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most respected presidents in American history. This portrait first appeared on the cent in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It was designed by the sculptor Victor David Brenner, and it became one of the most recognizable coin designs in the world. Lincoln's portrait faces to the right, and above his head appears the word Liberty. To the right of his image is the year 2018 along with the D mint mark. The motto "In God We Trust" appears across the top of the coin, a phrase that has appeared on United States coins for generations and represents the historical values of the nation. On the reverse side of the 2018 cent you will find the Union Shield design. This design was introduced in 2010 to symbolize the unity of the states under the federal government. The shield represents strength and protection, while the horizontal bar at the top symbolizes the unity that holds the nation together. Above the shield you will see the words E pluribus unum, meaning out of many. Most 2018 Liberty 1 cent coins are common and circulate every day, but collectors have discovered that certain examples with special characteristics can be extremely rare. Coins that were struck with unusual minting errors, double strikes, die cracks, off-center strikes, or other production anomalies can be worth far more than their face value. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin that has been preserved in nearly perfect condition can be worth hundreds or even thousands of times more than a worn example. Coins are graded using professional standards ranging from poor condition to mint state. Mint state coins show no signs of wear and retain their original luster from the mint. The most valuable examples of the 2018 Liberty 1 cent coin are those that have been preserved in exceptional mint state condition. Professional grading services carefully examine these coins under magnification to evaluate their surface quality, strike sharpness, and overall appearance. When collectors discover a coin with extremely high quality combined with rarity or a minting error, the value can skyrocket. That is exactly what has happened with certain rare specimens of the 2018 Liberty 1 cent coin. These coins have captured the attention of collectors and investors who are always searching for the next hidden treasure. Today, the estimated market value of one of these rare 2018 Liberty 1 cent coins has reached an astonishing level. According to collectors and coin market discussions, the current market value is estimated at an incredible $779,352. This surprising value has made the coin one of the most talked about modern pennies among collectors. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that many people would spend without thinking, yet that same coin could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house in some places. This is why coin collecting is such an exciting hobby. Hidden treasures can appear in the most unexpected places. Many collectors spend years searching through coin rolls from banks, old coin jars, flea markets, estate sales, and even pocket change hoping to discover a rare piece. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story includes an unexpected fortune. The 2018 Liberty 1-cent coin reminds collectors that even modern coins can become valuable. While many people believe only ancient or extremely old coins are worth money, the truth is that rarity and condition can transform even a recent coin into a collector's dream. If you are interested in coin collecting, one of the first steps is learning how to examine coins carefully. Look for unusual details such as doubled letters, strange marks, unusual spacing, or errors in the design. These small differences can sometimes turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary discovery. It is also important to store valuable coins properly. Collectors often place rare coins into protective holders or coin albums to prevent scratches, fingerprints, or environmental damage. Preserving the original condition of a coin helps maintain its value over time. Professional coin grading companies also play an important role in determining coin value. When a rare coin is professionally graded and authenticated, collectors gain confidence in its quality and rarity. This often increases its value in the marketplace. The story of the 2018 Liberty 1-cent coin continues to inspire collectors everywhere. It shows that history, art, and hidden value can all exist in something as small as a single penny. For viewers of the JF Coin channel, this is exactly why exploring coins is so exciting. Every video brings a new opportunity to learn about rare coins, incredible histories, and amazing market values that many people never realize exist. So the next time you receive change at a store, take a moment to look at those pennies carefully. Among them could be a coin that collectors are searching for, a coin with a rare feature, or even a coin worth thousands of dollars. The 2018 Liberty 1-cent coin proves that treasures are sometimes hiding in plain sight. With patience, knowledge, and curiosity, anyone can begin the journey of coin collecting and possibly uncover a remarkable piece of history. Thank you for watching JF Coin, the channel where rare coins, valuable discoveries, and incredible coin stories come to life. If you enjoy learning about rare and valuable coins like the Liberty 1-cent series, make sure to support the channel and continue exploring the fascinating world of coin collecting with JF Coin.